Single Simulcast is about a lot of things. This podcast may make you laugh, cry, or pound your fists into your desk. If you hear something you like or something you don't, leave a voicemail at 916-572-9016 or email us at singlesimulcast@gmail.com.
1. Single Simulcast.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Making out is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If not, overdone.
If
like sometimes it's just
along your life.
Yeah.
I can't.
Hey y'all. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready. Jess, are you ready? Can you hear us? Are we coming in clear, or do you really can you really not understand us?
I can understand you the most that I've heard anyone, Sean.
Okay.
That you're the player, but it's still like
Okay.
That's how it sounds on my end. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Maybe
can you
because
hear
it's
me?
about to rain or something. I don't know. Tell me, do you have rain in your area? Why aren't you
No.
breaking up?
I'm breaking up.
Oh.
Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
No. Okay.
Just the universe doesn't want you to hear me. This is not cool.
I know. It's so. I want to. I read all the articles. I have so many things to say, but it is horrible. I mean, I'm sorry. I want to. I was freaking out. I was screaming at the thing. You don't even want to hear what I was doing. I was so mad.
No, we're doing this.
What?
Yeah,
I said we're doing this, right?
Yep.
What? You just sound like, sure. That's what I get on my end. I'm like,
Someone translate.
Oh no. Okay. We'll get this figured out eventually, but not right now. I'm sad, but I'll get over it because I'm strong inside and I know my worth. I'm gonna cry just a little bit, but not out loud. Indoors where nobody can hear me. Indoors is inside of my body. That's a whole me when I was growing up thing. I'm gonna cry indoors.
That sounds like me.
Jess?
Yeah.
Are you crying in a door? You're crying in the doorway? I'm sorry. Oh my God, what happened? Oh dear. Oh shit. I'm really trying to. I'm like, I got all the windows closed. I'm hovered over the fucking phone like a maniac.
Are you using a headset?
Headset? You think if I plug in a thing, maybe it'll help? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe. Let's see. I heard you with. Hello?
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 Now I feel like it's totally gone. Hello?
Hello?
I feel like No, you guys go into it. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna fuck up. No, you guys, it's gonna freak. Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We will figure this out one day and we'll get everybody on again.
Yeah.
Personally.
I know, we did it before, but it was a different thing. We were on the video or something like that.
Yeah, it was
Don't worry about
Proudcast.
it.
So personally,
I love you
I'm
guys.
Cherizar.
Huh?
We love you too.
Yeah.
Look at call me, or not, don't call because it's horrible, but email or something and let's do it again soon. I'm very free in the daytime.
So is Crowdcast
Are you
better?
laughing? That's good, right? You're laughing?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
And you say, goddamn.
Was that bad? What happened? Something bad?
I have-
There was a tonal change. You guys, now you're just going to make fun of me for what I hear.
No, we're not. We're not.
No.
No.
Oh, I feel horrible.
You're okay. Somebody pulled her hair while you're okay. You're fine. Just, the phone doesn't want you to be great today. That's alright.
I know. The phone doesn't like me. You're right. The phone doesn't like me today. Is that what you said? The phone doesn't like me. It's true.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you're on top of the world, and sometimes your phone is just like, no, I'm taking the day off. Don't talk to me all day long.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And that's where you're at right now. Your phone is like, I don't fuck with you. With your skinny little fingers, I ain't fucking with you.
Wow.
Yeah, you know. I understand, though. I had that problem once, back in, like, 87.
Uh-oh. Is it cloud on your phone?
This is the carry cell phone where you had the shoulder strap and everything.
To let everybody know you had a cell phone, like a pull-out radio.
Mm-hmm. Other people have boom boxes. I had my dad's disconnected cell phone. It was already disconnected. Like, this is the first cell phone I had ever seen. It was already gone. But yeah. Hey, Jess.
Hello? Yeah?
Hey! Hey, girl, hey.
Okay,
before
you
take
go
off.
enjoy your show. There you go.
Yes, but before we do,
Hello?
I'm here. Where everybody
your
go?
next anything.
Oh, something happened.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Jess is starting to break the internet. Okay,
Hello?
Jess, we'll talk to you.
Okay, I can't hear you guys, but I love you so much. I'm sorry. All right.
I love you, Jess.
Don't let this mess with anything. I better go. I don't want to ruin anything. Okay? Okay. I can't hear you, but God damn it, I love you. Oh! Okay, bye. I'm sorry. Bye.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. So, yeah, that was Jess, everybody. Bam, and you say goddamn.
This is a dope jam.
Oh, man.
That's part of her intro.
Yeah, she's brought it Broadway. And I'm diddling my shout out to
this is so good.
We look forward to having her around all the time, so hopefully her phone will let her be great at some point in the next couple of months, and we can have her back on. But we are fortunate enough to be able to say single simulcast episode 292. Shantae's here, and we're also joined by Miss Random Ass Third Side herself.
Hey.
What's going on? Yo, did I ask you how you got that nickname?
I don't know. Maybe last time. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I can explain it again if you like. Say that again.
I said I appreciate it.
Okay, so the random ass part came from my Facebook name. Like early on in Facebook when, you know, that it was like really cool to be on there, and everybody was about 6 years ago. So I would just like post random shit, whatever shit I was thinking about. I don't know if it was like, mostly it's always like a quote to a movie or a TV show or a song or something, or just whatever. And people would tell me I'm always random. So, I went ahead and put random ass as my middle name. And just for, you know how change names, when you were able to do things like that, like on MySpace, your name wasn't really your real name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I did that and I took it off. And when I took it off, people recognized it and they was like, hey, that was fitting. You need to put it back. So I said, all right, fuck it. I put it back. And, that's where the random ass part came from. The third side is, it's me and 3 other, people, 2 of my cousins and, another really good friend. We have a group chat where we talk about all kind of stuff or whatever. And I named that the third side.
Ah.
And there we go.
It sounds like a really, 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 really complex East Coast rapper.
You know what? I think we talked about that because I think you said that last time.
I can't, because it's just, it sounds like you be the person who comes out and says rap, you spit rhymes with lyrics in it like quintessential thoughts coming through the ether, walking down the block. And then you say something that's just outlandishly like, what the fuck did she just say? Like, Cloverdale Gangsters rocking the side slap where you hit the boom bap in the backpack.
It's funny you say that because I like ciphers. I love ciphers. Like, I grew up, like, that's, I see friends and I'm always around people who know how to freestyle and they just go back and forth, and I'll be so into it that I really feel like that I could get in. But it just stopped. That energy just stops there, though. It never really comes out. So, the energy is there, but the words never really connect.
On the flip side, I have felt that way about double dutch. Like, I love freestyle, and I could do that all day long, but I watch people double dutch, and I'm like, I could do that if I could just jump the fuck in. Like, I can't even get past the initial jump in part. I'm like, that is literally the most complex looking thing. Like, we're telling folks, hit a jump shot, make a layup. That's hard. Nah, nigga.
No, that's the best analogy. That's the best. You jumping in, you wanting to jump in is me wanting to jump in. It's like,
I understand.
It's the same exact thing.
I feel you. I'm not judging you. I feel you. And one day we're going to jump in.
I am. I can. I will. Just not today.
Just not today. It's going to be tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes. When are you going to rap tomorrow? There's this building. There's this building by my job that says it's a seafood restaurant that serves horrible seafood. So that's one thing. But one thing that it says on their wall is that they'll be giving out free crab tomorrow.
Oh.
And my son read the sign. The 11-year-old kid also read the sign, and he was like, "We got to come back tomorrow." And I was like, "Why?" The sign is going to say the same thing. And he was like, "Yeah, there's free crab tomorrow." Oh. I get it now. He just the excitement just left when he realized there was no free crab because tomorrow is only a day away.
Right.
Shanta, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I have wine. So
lucky. I had a what kind of wine before we go on back to me? What kind of wine?
I am finishing off the last of the Pinot Grigio that is here, and then I have like some Riesling that's here.
Those are both reds, right?
No, they're white.
No.
Oh, look at you. All white everything.
Wow. Wow.
Right.
Wow. Well, I do like Thor. So.
You know what?
Shout out to that.
You know what? Shout out to my nigga Rabbit. And, we're not gonna, I swear to y'all, I'm not gonna spoil. I'm just gonna say I've seen Infinity War twice now. So.
Okay, I was gonna say, please no spoilers, because I have not. I was about to have an anxiety attack.
Oh no.
Okay. We will definitely keep it spoiler free for you, because I was about to spoil it for everybody else listening, but whatever, because you should have watched it. But we would have put a spoiler alert, before anybody clicked, but we will keep it spoiler free.
Since you're on the show, I mean, yes. But if you have that phone issue, that phone going out, and I'm not gonna hang up on you. That's what I do to people, though. I'll be like, I'm going through tunnel.
You're doing that so well.
For real.
But what you can you?
Well, that's the show, guys.
Right, and the Academy Award goes to.
Here's the kill shot. Here's the kill shot. We did that when we were not on cell phones. This was before cell phones were even a thing. Like, we had the Nokias with the snake and everything, but before that was a thing, we did that at drive-through intercom.
Yeah.
They'd be like, yo, welcome to Jack in the Box. What can we get you? And you always do the same thing. You start off with, and now it won't work because they have the computerized screen. But you'd always do the same thing. You start off with, can I get 2 tacos? And they'd be like, yes. Is there anything else? And you'd be like, and...
I'm so mad at how good this is.
Yo, like you really sound like. Are you really going?
I couldn't understand what you said. Sure, no problem. I like a jumbo jack and a taco and Sprite. So and they just like come around and they would just hand us a bag full of food because they didn't know what we said, and then we'd be like, we didn't order any of this, and they'd be like, just keep it, we already cooked it. So yeah, I think we're the reason why they have the screens now on the takeout on the drive-through menu.
And the first window.
Yeah.
First and the second window.
And yeah, they might have the second window now where they'll sit there before they take your money at the first window and be like, let me repeat what you said. Say it to me again. Say it to my face, nigga. Say it to my motherfucking face. No problem. I like 2 tacos and a jumbo jack and
at the window.
And they'd be like, that's all I wanted you to do. I just wanted you to say it to my face. That was tight, nigga. That right there was all food. So, yeah. I'm glad you're drinking. I wish I was, because apparently Kanye is drunk.
This nigga.
Oh, man. I knew this is probably why I am drinking. Because I've been trying to avoid Kanye. But obviously everybody else on my timeline is paying attention to Kanye, and the shit that I'm catching is making me very sad.
Listen, if it wasn't for these articles, I probably would have never known all the bullshit that he's been saying. I've known he said some things, but I didn't want to go there. So thank you, I appreciate it.
We going there now.
Yeah.
So let's see. Should we start with the fact that Kanye now has? Yeah, let's start from the top. So Kanye a while back, like it was all good just a week ago. I swear to God, like a week ago, we were like, Kanye's coming out with all this music, and he's gonna have Nas. And
I wasn't like that at all. I wasn't like that. Fuck that nigga.
Fuck Nas.
Like all them niggas.
Oh my God! Like, how did he get a whole collective of ain't shit niggas on the same album, on the same like record label?
On purpose. Right? Kanye, this shit was on purpose.
Oh man, let me just say real quick. Look, okay, a few things we're gonna just step through really quickly. Fuck all y'all niggas who are standing up for Bill Cosby still. By saying that white people aren't getting arrested. Like, y'all pay the fuck attention to white people. Like, y'all niggas even know. If I asked you right now what channel CNN was on, you couldn't tell me. I asked you right now what CNN stood for, you couldn't tell me.
Oh, shit, I can't.
I know, I can't either.
I think initially it was Cable News Network.
Oh, that makes sense. I don't watch it. I don't watch MSNBC. I don't watch Fox News.
But I know that there's white people who are getting lit up for sexual assault. Like Bill Cosby, literally, that nigga has been Boris the Bullet Dodger for like the last 70 years. So when
like, I feel like you can't. Goodness, people who are out here trying to justify their loyalty to Bill Cosby or to some assholes like R. Kelly by throwing in someone else, saying, well, this person didn't do that. Fuck them. we're looking at what the fuck what they did, which is bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't keep justifying someone not being persecuted or judged on their bullshit by looking at someone else. You just trying to distract us from the real shit. It's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
The shit is stupid.
So, Cherizar, you got any shout outs? Because that's literally the whole episode right there. Like, that just... I mean, there's really ain't shit else to say after that. Like, y'all niggas who are standing up for R. Kelly can eat all the dicks. Y'all niggas who are standing up for Bill Matter of fact, can we... I ain't even been drinking. I need to drink. So then I can justify why the fuck I'm about to flash so hard. You know what? Before I flash, Shantae, you want to flash?
On who? Or what?
Niggas who keep on...
Whoever. Just do it.
Like, man, them niggas can die slow. Like, for real. For real. Like, you going up for Bill Cosby.
Like he did this nigga.
Like, you going up for Bill Cosby on whatever the fuck y'all niggas is on. Whatever the fuck them niggas is on. They can die slow. You know, suck my dick from the back. You know, it's like, shout out, shout out to Jesus and the Kid Mero. Cause that's really the mood. It's just, that's how I feel. It's just, there's no...
That's a shout out to my head.
Right. It's just like there's no coming back from this. You don't really care about, people that have been assaulted, hurt, living with this hurt, reliving the hurt. Whether you're talking about Bill Cosby's actual victims or people who are triggered by this. You don't care. That's why you can die slow.
Word. Well, thanks for coming out, y'all. God bless and good night.
So, Cherizar, you got any shout outs? Because that pretty much sums up the whole damn show. I mean, 2 for 2, like right there.
Let's go ahead and let's go through the things just for going through the things' sake.
I just now that ain't nobody look all y'all, and Shantae, you're recording, right?
Yes, hopefully it all works, but yes.
Okay, just checking. I just want to point out that ain't never one of y'all niggas comparing ain't saying that, y'all getting on Fat Albert, but he was my favorite cartoon growing up. Y'all niggas getting on Leonard Six.
Is that what they're doing?
I hope not.
Fictional characters?
I hope not.
And y'all getting on. It's y'all niggas is riding for this nigga like he exists and like he cares about you. And we've been talking about this for months now. This ain't a new thing. We've been getting on Cosby, the assaulter, since 2015 at the very least. So, Nas is new though.
Indeed.
So fuck that nigga. Twice.
Shout out to police.
I never knew that this was going to be the reason why I said I got so much respect for... Golly, they all trash. I can't even say Jay-Z. That nigga trash too.
Well, yeah. But I think he, as far as we know, he at least he has taken accountability for his trashness.
Yeah, very true.
And,
shit.
Yeah. But the Nas thing is new. I don't know if he's going to say he hasn't done it. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up on that. That's pretty new. However, just going back on this the Bill Cosby thing and the R. Kelly, the same niggas who's talking shit to Kanye might as well be on Kanye's dick because it's the same type of shit. The fuck out of here. On Trump's, it's the same thing. You're trying to sit here and justify or I'm gonna take the word justify. You want to argue the fact that about Bill Cosby or whatever, but yet you want to get on R. Kelly about Trump. That shit not right.
I'm saying fuck all three of them. Fuck all four if you want to throw Donald Trump in there. And while I'm really just throwing darts, fuck T.I. for joining Kanye on his latest single. Even though he was trying to talk sense into that nigga, he really just trying to get paid because I'm going to be on a Kanye track. I know what you're doing. On Friday night, 3 hours after Kanye West dropped a nonsensical ditty on his website called Lift Yourself that, combined with weeks of unhinged pro-Trump tweeting, had many thinking he had truly lost it. The MC dropped an actual song at midnight Eastern, Ye vs. the People, a point-for-point debate about his recent behavior with his friend, veteran rapper T.I. In it, West makes some of his most coherent, and still highly debatable and naive arguments about his pro-Trump stance to date. Quote, "Make America Great Again had a negative reception. I took it, wore it, rocked it, gave it a different direction." This is a nigga who put on ripped up clothes and all that and tried to become a fashion star. Y'all been leading with hate. See, I just approach it different. Like a gang truce, the first blood to shake the Crip's hand.
That's how he felt about that.
So he really out here thinking like, I'm gonna chop it up with somebody who hates me kind of thing to, cause I'm a better person, cause I'm a good person or whatever. Which is, oh man, see this is exactly why I avoided this shit. This is exactly why. Because I don't really want to get into the ins and outs of his thoughts. It's just basically like, I've been like basically fuck Kanye for a while. Cause it seems like he pops up and he's, he on some bullshit. And it's just not worth it. I can listen to Flashing Lights every once in a while if I really, 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 really fucking feel like it. And not have to entertain his, 2017, 18, 16, whatever the fuck thoughts. That's just like, it's done.
I feel like it's all bullshit. I feel like he make this song to try to twist some shit when he really is a Trump supporter, but he's trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm doing it for the good of the people. And, I'm in here. So, if you can't beat them, join them and then change them. And I feel like it's bullshit.
The nigga sound like the nigga from Don't Be a Menace to South Central. The one who was dating all the white women, Kanye. And when his friend was like, yo, man, why you get out all these white women? He was like, I'm just trying to do to them what the white man been doing to us for 400 years. And his friend was like, what's that? He was like, fuck him. That's Kanye trying to witticism his way through the fact that he just, niggas don't give a fuck. And he's not the first. Look, point this out and walk away. The white rapper is saying fuck Donald Trump, so the black rapper is now saying I love Donald Trump. I'm just going to point that out and walk away. Kanye, however, would have been just fine if he had shut his stupid ass up and just been a Trump supporter, because nobody cares enough about Kanye to take him seriously at this point in time. But then that nigga doubled down and said slavery was a choice.
Right, and see, that's what made me sad. That's what made me really sad, because at the same Zora Neale Hurston, they found a book. They found a manuscript in her archives, and it's called Barracoon, I think. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's called Barracoon, and it's an interview of the last slave to be on the slave ships, and there's an excerpt of it on Vulture, and he's just he's talking about how he lived, how he was living in Africa, doing what he was doing, living, how he got captured, basically how he got sold by another tribe to the white people, and what he went through living here in America, at least the excerpt that I read and everything. And it makes me sad that he could be that dismissive of what our ancestors have gone through, what our what our African ancestors have gone through. You know, living, being captured, coming over to this land. You know, the ones who didn't survive, just being so flippant and inconsiderate that it upsets me. It bothers the shit out of me.
Right, and for him to say it was a choice, if he did his research, that's why, you know, I really feel like Kanye does and says stuff just to get attention, because he knows it sounds stupid. Slavery was a choice. Out of all the people that we know in history that have been killed, hung, slaughtered, families torn apart because they didn't want it to be their choice. I mean, it was their choice to leave. You know what I mean? Apparently there was no choice. And apparently there was a bigger entity that was dictating all this shit. There's no way that you can say you were enslaved by choice. Oh yeah, we're just gonna sit here. No, that's not how that shit works.
Right, but even then, the idea that it was a choice is like saying, well, they just sat there and took it when they didn't. You know, there have been there's slave uprisings all over the place.
Exactly.
They fought back. Right, they fought back. So that's why it's like fuck that nigga.
Right, because this shit is dumb. Like that's what I'm saying. He makes comments that, you know, are pretty much not even worth commenting on, or, you know, having a response to, because they don't even make sense. You're just talking out your ass right now. You trying to say some shit to get attention because your album's coming out. Get the fuck out of here.
But it's like, why couldn't he have said something else? Like, I think this is like I get it. Like, I get it. Like, I get that in this day and age, or hell, just in general, as far as like being a celebrity and shit, you gotta drum up attention. You gotta drum up, you know, controversy and all this different kind of stuff. I get it. Like, he's not doing anything that somebody else hasn't done as far as like being, you know, quote unquote provocative or whatever. But this is shitty. This is shitty, because he's bringing up shit that people are afraid of. You know what I'm saying? Like, Donald Trump has become president and people are, you know, getting snatched, you know, off of school grounds after they drop their kid off at school. Right. You know, that kind of shit. And him saying this is like, it's kind of justifying to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Oh, you know, it's like, oh, okay, you know what? The Republicans were right. Donald Trump was right. It's like he's purposely justifying whatever it is that the Tea Party and the Republicans have been saying all this time. And as a black man, now it's like, oh, this prominent black man who's in hip hop is saying this too. So, you know, we've been right all this time. Right. They eating that shit up. Right. No, they don't give a fuck no way. But they eating that shit up.
Right. Stupid. So stupid.
Yep. So, Shantae, go ahead and do your shout outs. I mean, you should drink like this more often. We just getting to the we're drilling down like boom, 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 like I ain't gotta do shit but listen.
Well, okay. What's next, mediator?
Yeah, we should go. Like, are we gonna keep talking about Kanye? I can keep talking about. I can keep saying fuck that nigga. Like, it can just be a whole show of fuck that nigga. Like, man, fuck that nigga.
It can. Once we get to this next one, talking about
yeah.
Now, so this next one.
I'm
not gonna introduce it. I'm not gonna introduce it.
You know.
Wait. Are we gonna talk about this? This nigga.
Yeah.
This nigga.
Yeah.
This nigga Daz.
Yeah.
What is he thinking? Like,
that nigga Daz.
What are you thinking? Like, Not even that, because it's oh man. So this nigga Daz.
That
nigga Daz put out a Crip.
I was dying, y'all.
Crip alert. A Crip alert.
The nigga has a blue light on the roof of his house that he turns on.
Like I had no obviously I would assume that if you are deep enough into gangs and stuff, you might be able to make a call and decide whether or not somebody's going to be able to, get entry someplace safely, whatever. It's just, I've never heard it spoken of as like a Crip alert. A Crip, the term Crip alert is just taking me down.
No.
Cause then it's also like, okay, like when I first heard it though, part of me thought like, oh no, is he like sending in the Crips? But it's like, like, hey, if you come into this spot or whatever, you come in this part, you come to the LBC and you won't be safe, which is just kind of, which to me seems like run of the mill gang shit. Like just basically saying you will not be protected, you will not be safe in this area kind of thing. So I get it. But just the thought, Crip alert, just made me think that like they were snatching down their blue bandanas and strapping up and riding out to Calabasas to go get this nigga. Like that was my thought. And it was just like, no, Daz, they're gonna say it was you. You put out the Crip alert. You going to jail.
Listen. This nigga couldn't even, brush his hair first. I was so distracted by, I don't know if he needed to brush his hair or if those was patches. I was so distracted by that, I only caught a certain amount of what he was saying. I caught it. Trust me, I did. And it was, goodness gracious, but goodness, somebody else had the camera on you. You didn't have the camera on you. Somebody else, they could have been like, hey, get that wave brush. Hit that up real fast.
Where is your do-rag, sir, to fix this? To lay those down. Lay down those strays before you get on camera.
And my nigga Daz, nobody said that you was out here the one who was shot calling.
Right.
That's what I was just like, yo, Daz got it like that? Like,
no, he does not, because Daz put that on Twitter and it only got 96 likes. This nigga sent out the tweet and his mom was like, okay.
He sounded crazy. That's why I'm talking about what's a Crip God to your God. What the fuck is what is a Crip God, first of all, before we get to this discerning what's what? What's a Crip God to your God?
I'm just saying, at the point where he said Crip alert, I immediately thought about that old commercial. I'm falling and I can't get up.
You gotta hit the blue button. See, this is not okay. This is not okay. A Crip alert. I feel like Crips who are really cripping for real hard feel embarrassed that this nigga talking about Crip alerts and stuff. I feel like they're this nigga.
They called Daz hey yo, what up nigga? Yeah, whatever. Fuck that. Why the fuck do you do that?
Right.
Why the fuck you put out that video? My girlfriend saw it.
It was embarrassing to the whole Crip nation.
Tukey wouldn't have stood for this, and I won't neither.
Aww.
Dad ain't got that kind of power in the dog pound.
Right. Goodness. That's what I'm saying. Is he's still, okay, I'm sure he's still with the dog pound. But come on now, Dad. Nah. Yeah, that was crazy.
This is the worst declaration I've heard from a California nigga on Twitter since Meet Me in Temecula.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who said that?
No, that was a long time ago. He's it's gonna be a Jeopardy question somewhere down the line.
It will be. I'll holler.
Oh.
Meet in Temecula.
Meet me in Temecula.
We about to go wine tasting, nigga? What's happening? I know Temecula. It's about the only thing you about to be doing over there is being hot and drinking some wine.
But yeah, Snoop just, left it all alone. Daz is on his own on this one.
Right.
But like I said, it's good that Daz is in no way noticeable on Twitter. Fuck it, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to see the responses, see who actually came back and said, I got you, cuh. I got you. Or,
I'm about to go look it up.
Oh no, this nigga getting hit up by white people. White people had to send it on Daz's mentions. White people have come to Kanye's rescue like a mug. One person said, wow, you're an independent thinker down there on the plantation. Triggered much?
Oh my god. See, this is why Kanye's a problem. Like, we calling him a stupid ass nigga and everything, cause he is, basically. But at the same time, this is a dude who has the eyes and ears of a lot of people. And they only need one, dark-skinned black man to, use to run with whatever they want to run with. They just need something, and here it is. Here's somebody else to be, some ammunition for some shit.
I don't know if you've ever seen the movie or the comic or the cartoon Spawn, where Satan, hell is just waiting for this one assassin to come to hell so then they can finally start the war against heaven, and then Spawn shows up. Kanye is the white people's version of Spawn. They've been waiting their whole lives for Kanye, and they are ready to ride.
Yeah.
White people have lost it. Dang.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. Like, Dad's like he really didn't help any side of this. Somebody said, yep, this is the tolerance that the left is famous for when you have street gangs defending your party.
Wow. See, but at the same time, those people have no shame anyway. All them motherfuckers ain't got no shame.
Somebody went straight to the top and sent a tweet back to him and said, let me get the voice right. This sounds like a specific threat. And then they added 911 LAPD. That's
fucked up and it's crazy and wild or whatever. But at the same time, it was just like, yo, Daz, don't. Why are you doing that? Because
terroristic threats.
Like, don't do that. You are putting yourself in a position to, get caught up on some nonsense.
Right, and not just that. Now you're giving the Republicans or the right, a reason to start defending Kanye. You know what I mean? Like, now he has a reason for them to even have his back.
Yeah.
And these white folks are big mad.
Well, thanks, Daz.
Yeah, bye, Daz.
Thanks, Daz.
Fucked it up for everybody, Daz.
Shit.
Need to turn off that light that's on your roof and go to bed. Blue light special is over, nigga.
For real.
And man, come on now. You know better than that, Daz. If you are the gangster that you claim to be, then you've been to jail at least 3 or 4 times, and you should know the code is, nigga, I'm putting a blue light on this nigga. Don't say I want everybody to come kill him. No, you say a blue light. That way, when all these white folks is out here atting you to the FBI, the LAPD, the LAPD 911, you could be like, what did I say?
I was talking about
Kmart.
Kmart.
Don't get on social media. Don't get up. If there was some real shit, come on now. If this was some real shit, you wouldn't be on social media talking about, I'm letting you know what our plan is ahead of time, so you could just know exactly who to come to when it happens.
It was me.
Right. Stick to producing. But that was fun.
White folks ruin everything, but Daz, you did this shit to yourself. I tell you what, I can't even make a joke about it. Like, nigga, fuck Kanye up on GP. Words from the Crip god Daz. How do you get that much? What?
I mean, the whole thing is, like, is he even gonna go, like seriously, is he even going to be anywhere near that type of territory anyway?
Fuck no.
That's what's silly. I mean, I think that's what's also silly about it. It's like you saying, okay, you can't come someplace where you probably aren't gonna be anyway.
You better not ever come to Nebraska. Okay.
Wait a minute. He called himself the Crip God?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. Wait, I don't know.
I missed that. I think I didn't really. Maybe I just didn't finish it because he was sounding so ridiculous.
At which point Snoop called him and was like, "Wait, if you're the Crip God, then what am I?"
Right. And if you're the Crip God, what do you mean by what's a Crip God to your God? Are you saying you're bigger than what?
See, I thought, what if that's like a reference to No Church in the Wild? You know, what's a king to a god? What's a god to a king? You know, whatever.
But
still,
if you're gonna you can't use somebody else's lyrics,
right? He refer to himself as the Crip God.
You know what the problem is? That nigga ain't got no relevant lyrics that anybody will recognize on Twitter.
Yeah, he ain't got no brush to comb that hair either. That's why I don't even have.
I didn't expect to double back like that. Somebody turn the light off. Turn that Crip light off. It's time to go to bed.
Turn the Crip light off.
Cherizar, go ahead and do your shout outs.
No. No, talk about the Crip light, making me think about that. What is that, Motel 6 or whatever it is? We'll leave the light on for you.
Light on for you.
We'll leave the Crip light on for you.
It makes me think about John Legend. Just give me the Crip light. Give me just one night. I'm ready to ride right now.
Oh my God.
Just put out the Crip light. It's gonna be a long night.
See, that was just me thinking of different
Riding
songs.
down on Kanye. You ain't safe now, baby. Hey, ready to ride right now.
Mm-mm.
Damn.
Oh shit.
No.
Like, he set him up for all kind of shit. He gonna have all kind of memes and everything. You know what? I'm putting the I ain't gonna say the green light on Daz. Put all the memes out on his ass now.
It's go time. It's go time for Daz memes. It's go time.
Hey, what's your God to a meme God? Hey, a meme will kill your whole character, dude. So stop playing.
Here's my last question. I promise. I think I don't know. Probably not. I guess I'm lying. It's not. Does Daz have nationwide coverage as far as his Crip alert?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, we got one of those maps, and it's like, so it's all blue, you know, in like Los Angeles County and shit, and like kind of surrounding areas and stuff. But then it kind of fades. It probably fades into like light blue in California, you know, in spots in California. But then it probably gets like really faint out like in Arizona and shit, in New Mexico. Then it's like non-existent in other places like in Idaho, you know, in Montana, like, you know, but then maybe there's like some one spot like in Michigan or something, someplace, you know, like in Detroit, like maybe he got a little bit of pull, you know, in all these different places. I'm telling you, it's like a Verizon map, but not as much coverage.
You are looking at my brain right now.
That nigga, it ain't even Verizon. He got Metro PCS Crip coverage.
He's got Edge, not 4G. Not 4G LTE.
He got cricket, nigga. He can barely make it to San Diego.
Yeah, skipping over. He's like Kansas, Arkansas, parts of Arkansas. Yeah, nah, bruh.
Like he's got coverage in like really surprising areas that you never knew Crips were, but they're ready, so
pass it on.
Yeah. In the high hills in Colorado.
This nigga ain't even got full coverage. He playing telephone with these Crips like, hey, we gonna ride on Kanye, pass it on.
Sending pigeons and shit.
Oh man.
Now.
What happened to that boy?
Now, here's the thing. Here's the last thing. I think maybe everybody else sees Kanye doing this dumb shit, and they're like, I need to talk some sense into him. I gotta help him. I gotta work with him. I gotta try and bring him back. Dad is like, all y'all Crips, kill this nigga.
Unfortunately, he's kind of making the right decision. Well, no, and I don't mean, and not necessarily in a literal way, like Kanye deserves to die kind of thing. But I think there are times where there are people who say things, do things that are so far gone that rejecting them wholeheartedly is probably the correct course of action versus trying to educate them, get them, help them with their ignorance kind of thing, because what they've said and what they've done is so horrendous that they obviously didn't care about the consequences in the first place. Like, it wasn't just like, kind of a mistake and like, oh man, like I just really didn't understand what I was saying, kind of thing. It's just like, no, you said, you've taken centuries of abuse and said that, oh, well, y'all niggas just, them niggas was just, like, fuck it, and they was just cool with it. Like, no, like, it's so heinous that rejecting him is probably the better course of action than trying to, link him to, all these different articles and stuff telling him to go to the African American History Museum and just all, no.
Hello?
Ready for that blue light. Golly. Okay, so we'll be right back. This single simulcast.
This is Jarman, aka Shantae's brother. You listen to Single Simulcast. Favorite podcast is favorite podcast. I like listening to it. Hopefully you like listening to it. Enjoy.
Hey, it's your boy Dino Red from the Shiznit, and I'm here chilling with Rashani on the Single Simulcast.
What's going on, everyone? It's Justin from the 3/5 Podcast, and you're listening to the Single Simulcast.
Hey, this is Cherizar, a.k.a. Shami, a.k.a. Random Ass from the Third Side, also known as Some Call Me Sunshine. As always, this is Single Simulcast.
Hey everybody, this is Gerald Jones from the Buy Black Podcast, and you're listening to Single Simulcast. I've been drinking a whole bottle of wine through this episode. This is the first podcast I've been on where I've been allowed to drink, and I'm loving it. Y'all keep listening.
My name is Nicky Blue, and I am the reziest red kid you will ever find. Negwamina kakio ne yawiakta tawa to Single Simulcast.
That was simply sensational. Single simulcast will surely surface speedily. Bitches.
Hi, this is your man Jeremy from the Crown of College Podcast, and you are listening to Single Simulcast with my man Rashani and Shantae Fabulous, your favorite podcaster's favorite podcaster. And I'm your favorite podcaster, so that should be your favorite podcaster, because I'm your fave, and your fave's fave. Check them out on Single Simulcast. And check out Crown of Collars, found wherever you can find great podcasts and the CSPN network.
We got tons of lawsuits, but did you see the loop-de-loop? Action Park, come get a beer. You might get hurt. If you're a pussy.
If you're a pussy.
But come on, man. We gotta loop-de-loop.
Don't be a pussy.
There's a freaking loop-de-loop. And yeah, you might get a leg or two broken. But really, guys, what
come on out.
We got a loop-de-loop. Why are you acting so scared?
Oh my god.
There's a loop-de-loop. A freaking loop-de-loop. By the way, shall I say it again? A loop-de-loop.
I need this 6-hour commercial to end.
And if you die, we got insurance.
No, they don't.
We're insuring you. We got a loop-de-loop right there, children.
The only insurance they have is
loop-de-loop.
The only insurance they have is that you will have fun.
In a freaking water park. They got a cliffhanger. We got a loop-de-loop. In fact, our name. It's freaking loop-de-loop. We're not Action Park anymore. We're officially loop-de-loop.
Officially loop-de-loop.
Do you see it, children? The freaking loop-de-loop.
Okay. I don't know if I can hear you sing loop-de-loop one more time. I feel like the core message was loop-de-loop.
That is their whole message. Dog, we have a loop-de-loop.
I don't know how that's a thing that makes money.
Single Simulcast wants your reviews. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Google Music, or wherever you listen to us. Tag Single Simulcast with the screenshot of your review on Facebook, or use the hashtag SSCast on Twitter. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Hello, this is Stephanie from the Mocha Minutes Podcast. On the Mocha Minutes Podcast, we like to have fun and we like to talk. We talk about everything and anything. That includes ratchet reality TV, every single one of them housewives. We talk about television shows. We talk about movies, music, and we definitely keep up with today's current events. You know who else likes to have fun just like us? Ray Shani and Shantae Fabulous on the Single Simulcast. You can find them wherever you find your podcasts. And that is everywhere because they are everywhere. And while you're looking for Ray Shani and Shantae, please come check out the Mocha Minutes Podcast. Hope to hear from you soon.
My name is Jordan Redfield Wade.
Well. If it isn't the so-called People's Champion.
By day, I'm a philanthropist and private investigator.
You risked your own life to try and protect someone who needed it. If that's what's needed to be a hero, then I want to help.
But by night, I protect the people of Newark City in a different way.
My name, champ, is Redwing.
Do I need to count the sheer number of felonies you committed today?
As she lay dying, I promised my mother that I would fight for those who couldn't fight for themselves. And I refused to let her down.
I would do anything to keep you safe, you know that, anything.
Even murder?
If that's what it took, then yes.
I am the defender of Newark City.
Justice is not something you can manufacture.
I am Redwing.
Hello, everybody. You are listening to Single Simulcast. My name is John Cushman of the Cushman Chronicles. This is a podcast where I fight the forces of resistance in this... Okay, I gotta go. The Cushman Chronicles. Peace.
Who Raised You podcast is a kitchen table conversation between Karen, Jialian Yang, and
Treasure Shields Redmond.
As we explore how culture, family, and intersecting identities pave our way toward liberation, we want to know, who raised you? We're curious and sometimes a bit irritated. Sit down, we have lots to talk about.
You're recording because my
Hold on. Wait, what?
said, please tell me that you're recording because my recording is like horrible.
Okay, yes, like when you went to the break, I turned it off and then turned it back on because I thought you said that something like it only records for so long or something.
Yeah.
So I did do that. Yes, I am recording, and then I've turned I turned it off and now I've turned it back on, so it's a new recording. So yes.
All right, then. Now that we're done with Kanye, let's go.
Really bad.
Now that we're done, what were you thinking? Sending a blue light on. Single Simulcast episode 292. I mean, we're giving Kanye a lot. Like, he deserves it. Like, fuck that nigga. Like, seriously. But we need to save some room for, like, we did all the jokes. But look, there's this woman, right, who went to Popeyes. And I understand. Like, that's the whole story. She went to Popeyes, and I understand. New York police say they got a call earlier this month after a woman allegedly harassed Popeyes staff about her meal before using a chair to break a glass window. According to reports, employees at the restaurant said the woman was angry at her $4 Wicked Good deal didn't come with a soft drink.
Like, you know what? These fast food places really should stop offering meals. I'm using quotes, I'm using air quotes right now, so imagine that. They should not be offering meals without drinks, because who has a meal without a drink?
Oh, because a combo equals a drink, right?
Yeah. The combo does include a drink, so you think these box meals should include a drink, but no.
Right.
And as somebody pointed out to me, eating a Popeyes biscuit without a drink is torture in itself, so I understand.
That it is. It definitely is.
The video showed the woman flipping off employees, then throwing a sign at a window, before finally smashing another window with a chair.
Like this, you know what? She just want, you know what? She probably has, a certain amount that she wanted to spend. She wants her dollar to go as long as it needs to go, and she was upset that she had to, add a drink onto something where a drink should be included.
I'm just saying, if I get anything that's $4 or up, I should get a drink, and that includes a single burger. If you're trying to push like a $7 burger on me, I better get a free drink.
But are you going to smash a window in because of it?
I haven't decided yet.
I'm not smashing a window. It's just, all I'm saying is I get it. It's not okay, because at the end of the day, you're going to end up in more trouble behind this smash window, than you would just, asking for a cup of water or something, a water cup, and sneaking some Sprite or something.
So she smashed two windows.
Well, she threw a sign at one window. They signs ain't shit. She threw a chair at another window though, and look, come on, you pay $4,
Yeah, because you can go to Wendy's and get the 4 for $4 meal, and you get
and that's what they said.
and a drink. Isn't it?
The restaurant tried to explain to the woman that she was confused and may have been thinking about Wendy's 4 for $4 meal, and that's when she got really mad.
Shit. Maybe I should read. I'm sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, they thought she was like, "Fuck that nigga."
Oh shit. Well. Yeah. I mean,
I can make it work. I can defend this shit if I need to.
Right, no, I feel like if I could gauge how angry she was before the whole breaking of the windows happened, then I was like, here, take a cup, get your drink, and move on. You know what I mean? Because if I knew that she was going to be that angry, I probably would have given her, giving her the cup. Now, if she just like flashed out of nowhere and just started breaking shit, that's on her. I've been drinking too.
Oh no. Popeyes needs to serve drinks with their meals. And meal is in quotes. It's gonna stay in quotes until they start serving drinks. How about that?
Right. Because they do have meals and then they have combos, which is stupid. Because the only difference is the drink. And nobody else does that.
Combine a drink with these meals.
Or
thick ass
in your face with these hands.
Yep, so she wins.
I'm just saying, you know. Look. Okay, cool. You're not gonna give me a drink? Alright, cool. Can I get a water cup, please? No, not that one. One with a lid. Can I get a water cup, please?
Mm-hmm. With ice.
With ice. Can I? Y'all have the drink thing behind the counter now? Oh, okay. Can I get a water with lots of lemons and sugar?
Lemons and sugar.
Alright, if you don't do all of that work, just go ahead and give me some lemonade.
Save the squeeze and just give me the lemonade.
The tearing of the packets, all of that. Just give me some lemonade. But look, she was wearing not only a multicolored do-rag, but also a pink bandana, a pink hooded sweatshirt, and a black jacket.
She was looking for Kanye.
She was coordinated. That's what she was. She was out. She wanted to look, she had her pink on black, ensemble.
But
and she wanted to get some chicken.
It's warm in New York.
Is it warm in New York now? Because I thought, I don't know. Motherfuckers been complaining about winter, overstaying its welcome, while the rest of us might be like at 70 degrees and everything.
No, they used to tell them it's 70. They about to barbecue. They about to put on their flip flops. The fire hydrant, have some water. I knew 70 to us. I'm feeling the sweatshirt. I'm feeling the hoodie.
But at the same time, what if she did hear the call from Dad, and now Kanye is living the movie of Warriors in real life.
Warriors.
Every member across the country is trying to kill him, and he's trying to make the Trump Tower.
Oh, right, all the way to Trump Tower poppers. Oh my God. No, I love that movie though, man. Shout out to Lynn Thigpen, man. I love that movie.
Can you count suckers?
Yo, cause we all the streets, suckers. I love that movie.
And Dad is him.
No, he's Cyrus. They killed Cyrus. It was the Warriors. It was. Oh man.
Oh, good. All right.
Okay, so what's the next story?
Alright, so there was a woman, right? Yeah, another one. There's another one. A security guard distracted by a woman in short shorts was overpowered at gunpoint today.
Yo.
Never trust a big button to smile. When four males zip-tied him, took his weapons, and burglarized a multi-million-dollar home in the Beverly Crest area of West Los Angeles.
Wow. That's a plan, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a real, like it's a simple plan, but efficient. Cause I feel like a lot of people could get the drop on them. If they're a security guard, you put the right type of bait in front of them, they would fold like this dude did.
Mm-hmm.
Fire like a motherfucker. A black female wearing short shorts and a furry jacket distracted the guard. That enabled 4 males to overpower the guard, zip tie him, take his guns, and burglarize the house. He's fired like a motherfucker.
For real, he
hit the number.
deserved it.
Right?
Oh, like, man, that sucks. Wait, where is this at?
L.A.
Wait, she was
West
in
LA.
It was at 1 a.m.
Oh, okay. So is it cold at night at 1 a.m.?
At 1 a.m.?
Okay.
It is
no.
cold, yeah.
Okay. I'm just that's because I see, because what I see is, she wearing short shorts and a furry jacket, and it's just like, man, I just wanted to see. I feel stupid when it's just like, man, was her booty like super big? Like, 'cause it's dark, it's 1 a.m. Like, was it just like black out, in the moonlight, and he couldn't help himself? And then they just said,
I'm looking at the map of where this is. This is a residential area. So it's not, it's not like she was coming from like a restaurant or a club. She had to be, this would look super sus to me.
Right.
This would be super sus. Because this is a residential area. And why are you just randomly walking up and down this street? These are like hills.
Right, that's right. Like what I imagine those type of areas in California to be like, it's like the country, like in some place that's flatter or whatever, where it's just like nobody's really just walking around in the middle of the night, just kind of hanging out, like, just walking. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's like unless it's like a party. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like these areas, these houses, they be doing their shit and they be having their party. But
just one person by themselves though, just out.
Right, but if you've got a security guard who just been out there and ain't had no action all night, then her walking past probably got his bitches.
Sexual chocolate. Couldn't help himself.
They probably been watching him.
I don't know. Like that's wild. He is fired. That's like
divorced. Yo!
If he does have somebody, whatever, whether it's a wife or a girlfriend or something, like, yeah, he definitely, because it's like, how do you go to your partner and say, okay, I got fired today? It's like, how you get fired? Like, what happened? Well, it was this big booty girl walking down the street with like a long, with a furry jacket on, and her shorts was like, wow, and I was like, wow, and she was like, she winked at me, and like she looked at me and everything, and it's been a long time since somebody looked at me, and then his wife looked at him all crazy, like, what you mean it's been a long time since somebody looked at you like that? And then it's just this whole thing. It's just this whole thing, and now, the car note ain't getting paid no more, and the rent ain't getting paid no more, and then she got moved in with her moms and stuff, she got to take the baby, and it's just all fucked up.
So, how you lose your job? Well, baby, you gonna either laugh or you gonna sing along, okay? Okay, you ready? I saw this girl that she was walking down the street singing. You're not saying it, baby, why are you staring at me? This is the song, it didn't really happen, do I did. Dumb diddy do.
Yeah.
Flashlight hanging off her, or her phone hanging off her, out of her hand, behind her.
Okay, you breaking up? Is it just me?
It's okay.
Are we there?
That might be the internet messing up, but it's okay. But still, this dude.
Yeah. That's where we were going with that.
Yeah. That's it. That was the whole thing. I was just, quietly letting things play out as they would.
Yeah. I miss that song. You're gonna have to hear it.
You know how I know he's not black though? Because if he was way we falling for this shit.
Wait, say it again.
I said if he was black, the cops would have been like, nigga, you had something to do with it. Ain't no way we believe you fell for this shit.
Sure. Check him for CM.
Mm-hmm.
the black light. Stop the
Like, I know he did it, Johnson. These darkies, they all work together. Okay, what's the next story?
Oh boy. The next story. Nah, not that one. We'll do this one. So, Infinity, it's been out for like 2 days. Maybe, like three. Came out on Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So 5 days, tops. It's already outsold Justice League.
I heard that it's already had the highest gross in the weekend ever.
Yeah, that's fine and dandy, but it completely outsold Justice League.
Duh, nobody wants to watch Justice League. No, I'm joking. I just haven't watched Justice League because I haven't really.
But I'm not surprised.
You know, I think it's unfortunate for DC as far as their movies are concerned that they haven't had the consistent track record that Marvel has had. You know, that I would think that probably, you know, keeps some people from jumping on it. It's like, I don't really want to fuck with this. This doesn't seem like it's going to be good. And then it comes out, and some people like it, and some people don't. And so it's not this whole groundswell of, this is the best thing ever that, you know, people have bought into as far as Marvel is concerned. And I don't know, maybe they just need to get better too. I don't know, because I haven't really sat and watched what is it? What's the one with Henry? The first one. What was the first one called? With Henry Cavill, the Superman one. I'm about to call it
Batman vs Superman.
What was the one before that one? Didn't he have one by himself?
Oh, the Superman one?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, see, DC has not been good at all with the movies. So yeah, and people know that because it's probably been about 3 Superman movies that come out before the Superman versus Batman, and they were all terrible. However, in my opinion, DC is like way better than Marvel at the animated.
Sure, I've seen people say that, definitely, especially when I think about stuff like Batman Beyond and the cartoons and like Teen Titans,
the Flashpoint Legacy, and the DC animated.
All of those
amazing.
Are amazing, and it just has to do with that. You know, Justice League is not going to get that much. They're not going to sell that many tickets because of the history that they've had with their live action movies. But I mean, to me, they're getting there. But so for Avengers for them to compare Avengers to Justice League was just dumb.
True, because at the same time we're talking about 10 years of movies versus their handful of years that they're trying
quality movies.
Yeah,
right.
You know, so it's unfortunate, I guess, for them as far as like trying to make something good for the fans, the comic book fans and everything, but they haven't been able to pull it off and have a super, have a comparable, coherent story, I guess. That what's going on with Marvel, which is like really, really like dope, but almost kind of unbelievable. Because who would think that they could come out with, what is it? It's 18 movies, in a 10-year time span. And a lot of those movies are good movies. Now, granted, there's different people who are going to say, oh, they don't fuck with this, they don't fuck with that, whatever. Right. But they're well-executed movies, whether you really fuck with them fully or not. It's a whole coherent kind of story going on. And that's a huge feat. And and it's different directors, and I would think different writers at different points.
And they've been more they've used the same people for their movies. You know, with DC, we've had so many Batmans, we've had so many Supermans. Like, there's been no real consistency because everybody's been trying to. For some reason, it took so long for. Okay, I'm sorry, my cat just distracted me. She did something way crazy. Sorry. Where was I? Anyway, there's been way more consistency with Marvel. I don't know if it's because they started their movies a little bit later, because, you know, DC's been trying to do Batman and all these different people playing Batman and all these different people doing Superman. I still watch Christopher Reeve Superman, and I will continue to watch those till the end of time. I'm sorry, no matter how bad they are, but it just doesn't make sense to compare the two.
People still gonna do it though. People still gonna compare, and they're gonna compare certain superheroes to other supervillains and say that supervillain would get taken out by that superhero. If you know who I'm talking about, I'm not gonna bring it up, but I wanna let you niggas know that you're wrong.
Tell them to compare. Tell them if they want to do a comparison of movies and consistency, compare X-Men.
Sure. I want to let you know that motherfucker with the glove would have took out that motherfucker with the bat. Would have took out the bat. He would have let him have it. He wouldn't have made it. I want to let you know you're wrong. I don't care how many plans. I don't care how much research he did. He would have died. He would have fucking died. Okay? He would have died. Get it together.
Okay. She done blue-lit, green-lit somebody.
Ready to go right now.
Right. I tell you right now, he can't kill everybody. Okay? Every time something pops up, it's like, oh, he can kill this person, oh, he can take this person out. No. That man can die, just like everybody else. Believe it.
Oh no, Batman. Yeah, his powers just come from his technology. You talking about Batman? Yes,
because I'm not talking about like actual people with like superhero like actual powers and shit who could possibly at least hold up against Thanos. But it was like somebody was like,
so you trying not to give me a spoiler? Is that what's happening?
Well, in a way, yes, but in a way, no.
Okay,
in a way, yes, in a way, no. But still, just saying.
You're just gonna walk away.
But still, no.
Don't walk away. She'll put that blue light on you.
Right. Oh shoot. All right.
Oh boy. So yeah, no. Bottom line is, DC needs to just
get better.
I think they're doing it though. I think they're doing it. It just doesn't make sense for them to compare because now that they're doing it, they're only 3 movies in. Mm-hmm. They had the Batman versus Superman, Wonder Woman, and then Justice League.
Right, and then I think Aquaman is going to be next. I think Aquaman is next, so hopefully that's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But for the ones that are now, compared to all of the Marvel movies that have been out, you can't compare. You can compare the two, yes, you can. But I mean, as far as quality, Justice League, they're just not getting, they're getting together.
Sure, the fans and the people should give themselves a chance instead of trying to compare themselves to something that's so fully formed with the way Marvel's, where the MCU is. It's just there's no point. It's because you're gonna look whack in comparison, even if your stuff is okay, because it's too many movies that have been so good, and they've been lucky, like you said, to continue, to keep most of the same actors. Really, who's changed? Ed Norton was originally the Hulk, as far as this timeline is concerned, and and he wasn't, so he's not there anymore. And Terrence Howard was originally playing Rhodey. So, and that's it. Everybody else that has been cast into the movies is still in the movies.
Right.
And that's like, Robert Downey Jr.'s been doing this since 2008. That's a long time to still be doing a movie, to still want to do the movie, to still, for them to be like, yes, we want you, because, like, you never know, you get with somebody in a studio or something and be like, I don't fuck with that motherfucker anymore. Get a new person.
Oh, Spider-Man. You can't forget Spider-Man.
Yeah. But yeah.
There's been a few of those.
But even then, but then in the MCU though, in this particular timeline, it's still just been Tom Holland. But you're right, there has been obviously different ones, and obviously there was Tobey Maguire, and then there was Andrew Garfield, who I liked. I liked Andrew Garfield. I kind of wanted, like, when they were bringing Spider-Man into the story, and everything into the MCU story, I wanted Andrew Garfield to stay, but I like Tom Holland. So.
No, yeah, I like this guy. And then even still looking at there's so many different universes. There's so many different stories for each one that, I don't know, for me with Spider-Man, I'm not that upset about it changing so many times, because each story, each origination of each one is different. Mm-hmm. And just knowing that there have been multiverses, with that, I'm okay with that.
Sure. It's too bad they didn't figure that. It's like what you were talking about, how they've done all these Batmans. It's like, it's too bad. Like, a part of me wonders if, like, there's been a lot of DC movies. That's really what it is. There's been so many DC movies, but it's like they start and they get going and then they roll it right back, and then they start and they get going and they roll it right back. And it reminds, it reminds me of how I felt about Spider-Man, where it was just like, look, how many times does Uncle Ben have to die? Like, look, so that's why it was dope with this last, with Homecoming, that they just skipped over. They just was like, it was just like, when they skipped over him getting bit and all this different stuff, it was just like, look, Tom Holland is fucking Spider-Man. And that's what we're rolling with. Uncle Ben is dead. Obviously, he's dealing with the aftermath of it as far as living with Aunt May and shit. But we have moved on from, with great power comes great responsibility. We're past it. We're over it. We know what this means. We're going on. The story continues.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
Rashani, tell us your shout outs. Rashani, what's your shout outs?
We should while it's still safe before we get back to like Kanye or something. So R. Kelly is a little piece of shit. And you know what? Shante, I think I'll leave this one to you.
Alright.
Man, R. Kelly decries public lynching by Time's Up campaign after sex cult allegations in Dallas and elsewhere. Public lynching. Like, look, seriously, we are doing a disservice to the ancestors that lost their lives to white racism by comparing fuck shit to their murders. This is bullshit. It is not a public lynching. You're not dead, nigga. People just don't want to see you in concert. It's okay. You'll live. You believe you can fly the fuck back to your house and just stay quiet. Like, I'm just, nah. Like, you should, like, you know what? time's up. That's really what it is. Time's up. Time's up came for you. Time's up is coming for you. You know, all the black women that have been on Twitter consistently speaking out against R. Kelly, whether it's people, you know, just speaking out, people with actual personal experience, you know, who are from Chicago and know how you would be out at the schools and shit, you know, clocking the young girls and stuff. Just no, it's not a public lynching. You're not dead. Just no. Stop disrespecting the ancestors and calling it a lynching. That's not what it is. Like, it's like the nigga still got his money. Like, if people buy his records right now, the check is still going to come. He's not dead. He's probably not even gonna lose, you know, he probably won't even be bankrupted by this shit. Even if he never does anything again, he could just stay in his house, never come out, and he's probably still going to have money. And that's fucked up too. You know,
honestly, I think he deserves a public lynching. So, if he feels like if that's what it is, then this is what it is. You've been doing this shit for way too long. You didn't have too many people complaining or lawsuits, videos, everything that's been going on. It's happened. You did it. You have not been, you know, nobody said you're guilty of it or anything. If a public lynching is what needs to happen, hell yeah, this is a damn public lynching. Get the fuck out of here.
We're ready to go right now.
It's just too much. It's too much. Like, right now you want to say it's the public lynching? Nah, bruh. Stop. Mm-mm. He just mad. He mad because
the public lynching when he was, you know, back when he had women who were being told that they couldn't go outside or be around other men or anything like that, or when he was inviting little girls to come up on stage with him. It wasn't a public lynching, but now it's a public lynching, and that nigga black ass that falls off my body.
This says, Kelly's management team characterized the campaign as a conspiracy to demean him. This is in quotes. Since America was born, black men and women have been lynched for having sex or for being accused of it, the statement reads. We will vigorously resist this attempted public lynching of a black man who has made extraordinary contributions to our culture.
Hell
okay,
no.
Look,
no, not step, you're not going to use us for
step in the name of love, or 12 play, or whatever. Your body's calling me. I don't care how good those songs are. I don't care how much dancing you've done to those songs. That shit does not overpower who he is as a man, as a person, the way he, you know, the way he's conducted himself. All the rumors, all the trial, all the shit. Just no, it doesn't. And this is what's messed up too, is, you know, because of the people defending it and everything, or the people who are like, oh, well, I don't want to stop listening to this and that, blah blah blah. Well, don't fucking stop listening to it or whatever. Like, you even gotta defend it. Like, this nigga is not essential to your life, to your being. Right. Like, let this nigga fall. Let this nigga die.
Let him die. I'm sorry, I'm just your hype man at this point in time.
No, it's real. Like, it's so. It's real. Like, it's okay. Real shit. And I'm just mad. I'm mad at the point, like, you know, whoever, you know, put in their words, they knew what words to use to get certain people's attention. You know, the public lynching of black men in this society and the culture and all this stuff. Get the fuck out of here with all of that. You're not gonna catch. You're not gonna get us with that, because, you know, you want to get the people who are you know what? Yeah, it is about the black man. Fuck that. It's about women and girls who have been victimized by this man. And it's been going on forever. And now it's gonna stop. And you're not gonna get us with these words. No.
Right, man. Like, it's specifically black women and girls. Like, that's, like, cause that's another thing too, is people are trying, it seems like, at least from what I'm gathering on Twitter, is people are trying to move it to a more, like, they're not intentionally saying inclusive, but by moving it to that kind of idea and putting it in a by saying it's women and girls, ignoring how it's about black women and girls and how they are not taken care of, not protected, missing that idea, as far as missing that situation. That's what's really, that this is a black man who preyed upon black women and girls who are, over sexualized and all this different kind of stuff, told that they're fast, told that, they shown that they're not to be protected, and just, missing what needs to be done, kind of that's what it is, erasing them. That's what it is. Erasing them.
Yeah. It's terrible. And whoever's representing him is terrible too. I'm surprised we even have a PR person as looking at how many people have already stopped him.
That nigga ain't got no PR. He got a weed carrier.
Well, whoever he does have, I don't know. Whoever he has, making these statements about, the times up and all this stuff. They're using these words on purpose to get people's attention in a certain way, and to be on their side. And it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah. Like I'm looking at the statement, and it says, "Soon it will become clear Mr. Kelly is the target of a greedy, conscious, and malicious conspiracy to demean him, his family, and the women with whom he spends his time." So, like the key word is greedy, because that's the thing that people like to throw at victims of sexual assault when they decide that now is the time to speak out against someone in a prominent position. It turns into them, well, they just want some money. That's what this is. Like, it's not just them trying to hurt someone. No, these women want some money. Right. In a kind of sinister kind of way. And then it also says,
can it really be about something, about someone being hurt? It has to be behind money, because there's no way possible that this could really be about some real shit.
Right. And then it also says, R. Kelly's music is part of American and African American culture that should never and will never be silenced. Yo, we can live. I'm telling you now, we can live without vibe. Okay? We can live without it. We can live without it. We can. I promise you. I promise that we can live without you remind me of my Jeep. We can. We can live. We will make it. We will make it without Chocolate Factory. I promise. I promise you.
I'm laughing because I'm laughing for a million different reasons, but the number one reason is he said we can't live without this music, and Shantae is but not the last to say I take that as a challenge, nigga.
Wait, say it again, because you cut out.
I'm just saying, it's funny to me that he said we can't live without this music, and you're the first person and definitely not the last one to say I take that as a challenge, nigga. And we are all going out of our way to just avoid R. Kelly going.
You went out again. R. Kelly going where?
Yeah.
All right.
Look at the internet. The internet is actually, the internet acting like it's in R. Kelly's corner.
Right.
Don't do it. Don't be like that, internet.
Listen.
Don't be in R. Kelly's corner. You know, just leave him alone. The Pied Piper of R&B. Fuck that nigga. The Pied Piper of R&B. Like I know people always bring that up as far as the story is concerned. That story is a sinister fucking story.
Right. He knew what he was.
And he's the Pied Piper of R&B.
I'm a sting these bitches into eternity, into my sex dungeon, into my sex slave. Y'all watch me do it. That's what he was saying. Sing them all in my heart.
I will make it through the rest of my life without the bump and grind remix. I tell you that right fucking now. I will. I mean, just no, it's okay. That's the other thing. That's what goes back to what I was saying about as far as Kanye and Daz, and as far as like when people do stuff so out the way, rejecting them is okay. And that's how I feel about R. Kelly. It's okay. We should be able to reject him and let that whole discography go if that's how we feel. If that's what we want to do, it's okay. You're not gonna miss anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not. It's okay. You're not gonna miss anything. It's okay. You can let it go. There's other songs out there. You know, you don't have to hold on to Half on a Baby. You just don't have to. You can let that go. You can let it go today. You can just say, you know what? I don't have to listen to Half on a Baby.
And you know, for those of us who know how to compartmentalize shit, you know, I can like the music and not like the man. You're bullshit. But at the same time, if the music is supporting you, you know, here and there, there's ways to do it. You know, you don't have to justify whatever the hell he's doing because you want to listen to his music. You can always say, that's bullshit. He needs to die, but I still like the music because I like the talent. If that's where you want to go. But you don't have to go all the way out the way and say, you know, he's not trash. Those girls, blah, 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 blah. No, you can definitely just admit that that he's trash and, you know, and still like his music.
Yeah, or another option, you just shut the fuck up. Like you don't have to say anything. Like you don't have to say anything. Like when people are criticizing whoever it is, whether it's R. Kelly or whoever any of these people are, especially as far as this time frame, as far as this time's up era, whatever this is, you know, whoever it is, you don't have to defend them. You don't have to defend your media consumption. Now, do you have to deal with the consequences or the judgment that may come from continuing to engage in that media consumption? Yes. And, you know, nobody can take that, to keep you from dealing with that judgment. But, if that's what you want to listen to, if that's what you want to watch, that's what you want to watch. You know, I can't say that somebody's not going to think something about you because you still fuck with something, you know, that's made by a person who's fucked up. But, you know, it is what it is. People make judgments all the time on all kinds of different things. You know?
Right.
Do what you gotta do.
Right. I mean, it's all in whatever you put out in the air. You have to be ready for somebody to say something about it. You can't be mad if somebody has an opinion, you know. But you know, if you're ready to say it, just be ready to defend whatever you got going on. Did he come back? Where you at, Shiny? No? All right.
Nope. Okay, so let's go. We'll go to this next one.
Okay.
We'll go to this next one. It says how Soulja Boy ended up hawking dragon dildos on Twitter. Dragon dildos.
What is that?
Wow.
Wait, there's
I'm looking at this.
Wait.
Yes. It says. Oh man. Okay. Like I'm really like I am so sorry to the listener because I'm really looking at this because I didn't see this, initially, but it's okay. This says, I'm looking at a tweet. It says, "What's your fantasy? Bad Dragon sells a variety of sex toys, dildos, masturbators, and adult accessories based on fantastic creatures." And I am looking at what I guess is a dragon, but I just don't understand how this dragon, if this is a dragon dildo, if this is a sex, if this is a sex toy. I don't understand how this sex toy is going to go anywhere in any body.
Carrot cake.
Because it's a lot. Okay. Well, it says carrot cake coloration, which is like cool, okay, cool, carrot cake coloration. But I mean, I see areas that could insert into a person, but I'm like, am I looking at something that's a whole thing? Because I see a face. But I see a face with a tail going into the face. But then I see something else that could also be a tail. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, let's read.
I don't know. So here's the article. About a decade ago, the rapper Soulja Boy hit the big time with his breakout single "Crank That Soulja Boy," whatever. It reached the top spot on the Billboard charts, spawned a viral dance in an era where that was it became a defining musical moment for the first decade of the new millennium. Even if you didn't like hip-hop, you couldn't escape the track. Soulja Boy's star has since faded, but he's still active on social media, promoting his music, talking to fans, and offering bits of information to his followers. He is also helping sell all sorts of dildos, thanks to an inadvertent partnership with Bad Dragon, a company whose main mission is to do their part in making fantasies real for individuals who want to indulge in their fantasies a little deeper. In other words,
welcome back.
In other words, sex toys modeled on genitalia of all sorts of fantastical beasts. So dragon dicks.
Wow.
Dragon dicks, griffin dicks, soaring eagle dicks, or
what is happening with life?
Like different kung fu stances.
Standing dragon. Monkey getting dragon. Hidden tiger. I'm sorry.
Are you my hidden tiger?
Does someone want a crouching monkey? Oh my goodness.
Well, I was going to spend it. All I said was I was going to give her a crouching zebra.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm just.
Okay, the picture's like the same thing. Okay.
It's just what a time to be alive.
Right?
So I guess, okay, so the whole thing about this though is whenever this was going on with these tweets, because that's what it is. There's tweets and photos of this dragon dick thing or whatever that he has going on. And it seems like it happened this was going on in 2013. I guess. I don't know. It's like
2013 allows someone else.
Like the tweets are from 2013.
I'm just saying, I can already see the commercial.
But the tweets are all the same picture.
Right.
I'm just saying, I could already see the commercial. Who's this?
I don't know. It almost seems like this is fake. That's what it almost looks like as far as this article is concerned. That somebody did something, made it look one way, and now it looks another way. And it's not. He did.
order 2 shirts and get a free snapback with this picture? That doesn't even make sense. What? Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like somebody found old tweets. It was like, oh look, Soulja Boy was hocking dicks on Twitter back in 2013. Look at this shit, and it's like, but it may not even be all the way real.
So no one has contacted him to get at some point Soulja Boy's ownership of whatever expired and declined to renew it.
Yeah, I don't know. It almost seems like somebody searched his tweet, found some dicks, and was like, yo, Soulja Boy was selling dicks. And it's just like, which is nothing, shout out to people who, do that kind of work and everything. There's nothing wrong with selling, like, there's nothing wrong with selling dicks and everything. It's just, it's like, if that's what you're doing, shout out to you. Sex work is work, or whatever. So.
Shortly after publishing the piece, Soulja Boy or someone on his behalf deleted the tweets and we embedded in the story. You can still find many other instances on Twitter, however. Okay.
I guess. I don't know. Soulja Boy may or may not have been selling sexual toys on the internet.
This dick is for you.
Wow.
Soulja Boy sells them.
Soulja Boy sells them. Yo.
Oh, Soulja Boy up in this hole, not with dick, with the dildo. Watch me go.
Wow.
What exactly? Man. So are we gonna, do we want to go into a serious story, or do we just want to end on?
By all means, go for it. I don't think we're ever gonna have this perfect storm of you being this lit again in our.
So this isn't normal.
No, it's not. No, typically it's Rashani who's way more lit than I am, and I'm usually the one who's saying, "Hey, we should be doing that. Hey, what about this? Hey, voice of reason or whatever."
This is amazing.
And now it's me. Wilding out. It's me talking all the shit.
Which I'm okay with.
What?
I'm okay with it too. Yeah.
It's so am I. This is amazing. I'm enjoying this.
Me too. Let's keep going.
Okay, we're gonna talk about this White House staffer who was moving into his apartment but got the East Coast. Okay, so I'll just read it. It says it was an unsolicited homecoming that left Bronx native Darren Martin unsettled after spending several years working on Capitol Hill and in the White House with the Obama administration. Martin recently made the move back to New York, getting a job with the city and finding a unit in a 5-story walk-up. In a 5-story walk-up on the Upper West Side. On moving day this past Friday, Martin got an unexpected visit from the NYPD. I'm in my apartment, but you can't go anywhere without the cops following you. Yeah, Martin said during the encounter, live streamed via Instagram. Turns out, someone called 911 to report a burglary in progress, and the suspect was the building's brand new tenant, Martin. Somebody called the cops on me in my own building. He told viewers who were tuning in to watch the live video. About how many are y'all? About 6 of y'all showed up, rolled up on me. He has a packed work schedule, and that was the only time he had to move into the building. I didn't really think anyone was going to call the cops on me because I was moving into the building. In the live video Martin shared on Facebook and Twitter, one of the responding officers cranks the volume on a two-way radio where a dispatcher could be heard describing the call. Somebody was trying to break in the door with a possible weapon, the dispatcher said, describing the weapon as a large tool.
Okay.
Fucking shit. An investigation later deemed there was nothing criminal about Martin's activity. Martin says his skin color, along with the gentrifying neighborhood along 106th Street, were obvious factors that led to the police being called. As a black man, when you're in an all-white environment, you're cognizant of that, he said. I have to say, I found it kind of symbolic. It's like, welcome to the neighborhood. Sadly, Martin's story isn't one of a kind. Earlier this month, 2 black men were arrested in the Philadelphia Starbucks for trespassing after asking to use the bathroom. In Martin's case, he hopes the incident serves as a teaching moment for the neighbor who called police on him. The broader message to everyone is to get to know folks before you make these assumptions, he said. When you make that call, there's no turning back, and it could have ended very differently. Calls to Pine Management, the company that manages the building located at 56 Street, were not returned. Martin kicked off a 1-year lease of the building, says he plans to ride it out. This is fucked up.
That's one way to look at it.
This is just, I mean, because I'm imagining this man is moving into a house. So he probably has boxes, he has bags, he has things that indicate he's moving into his apartment. So it's like, what? I don't know. It probably was a white person, and white people are a problem, and the police are a problem. Obviously the police aren't a problem in this particular instance. Because the police obviously came and they were just, they listened to this man and they believed this man when he said, hey, I'm the tenant.
What was he, what was this large thing that he was using to break into his home? A large, key? Like, this large tool.
Right, that's what I'm saying, as far as like with the boxes and the bags and shit, it's like, what could he have that you think he's breaking in?
Right.
Like his duffel bag is a battering ram, but you don't hear anything. You don't hear any force being made. You just see a man, with stuff
and
walking up the seat.
You have to be pretty close. First of all, you have to be pretty close to see if someone is breaking in the door. Unless, like you said, he has this large battering ram. If not, where are you? Are you like behind his shoulder like he has this large tool? I'm calling 911 because I'm looking over his shoulder because he has a key in his hand. Like it doesn't.
Right. Or a phone. It was probably like an iPhone. He had like the iPhone like 8 Plus or whatever. He had like the big phone. He had a big phone in his hand, and this person said that was a weapon. That implicit bias that people have against black people, and they saw it was a phone in his head and they saw a weapon.
But see, that's the thing. That's the difference though. Like walking down the street, he has a phone in his pocket or a phone in his hand. It could be a weapon. He's approaching me. Is he using this phone to break into the door? Like, what is this tool, this large tool that you supposedly see that he's using to break into this door? It can't be a phone. And I don't know.
So it's whatever it was that they thought they saw in his hand probably was not what they saw in his hand. It could have been a lamp. It could have been him. He's moving different things into his home. Whatever doesn't fit in the box, whatever doesn't fit in the box, or whatever he's trying, however he's packed his stuff, he's holding it in his hand. So he's taking it upstairs. He's got something in his hand that if anybody wasn't, racist, didn't see it, they would just see, oh, it's this, or if they see, if perhaps maybe they, I would think, possibly that earshot, if they didn't actually see him, perhaps they're within earshot of someone going up and down. Excuse me. Because there's going to be some noise and everything. You're going to hear somebody, especially if you're not used to kind of back-to-back sounds of people going up the stairs and down the stairs and up the stairs and down the stairs. I could understand kind of being unnerved by it initially because it's not normal. But all it takes is for you to just open your door, peep out. Oh, it's a guy with a box.
And he's moving things inside as opposed to taking things outside. Because it's a burglary that you're reporting a burglary. Burglary can tell you taking things out.
Right. You call whoever the super or whoever it is, and you say, hey, is someone moving into the building today? Or is someone scheduled to move into the building?
That takes too long. We gotta panic.
It's go time. It's go time. By the
time I do all of that, by the time I take time out to actually think about this and think about the consequences, they could be president.
But see, this is another problem with people calling the police when they're not in danger. This is really what this is. Cause it's like, okay, it's a burglary happening. So what? It's a burglary. Like they not like especially if you can't you can't confirm, like you don't know for sure if somebody's taking anything in or anything out.
Of all the times that we needed to have that operator time for that and hang up.
Right, laugh from last week. Because it's just this possible, like you don't know, like it's one thing, like obviously if someone is breaking into your own home, yes, it totally makes sense, yes, call the police, you gotta do what you gotta do, but it's just for him to be moving into the house, and he's taking things moving into the apartment, and you're right, and he's taking things in, it's just like come on, you could have just, there's so many other things you could have done besides calling and saying there's a burglary in progress.
Burglarizing the truck outside on the street. If he's burglarizing the truck outside on the street and taking things in,
right, and that's another thing too. It's like I don't know. I probably shouldn't be saying so what that it was a burglary going on and everything because I've been, I've had my shit broken into and everything. But it's just one of those things where it's just, I just imagine it looks completely different when someone is moving in versus someone just stealing shit. Exactly. I just imagine that this person has boxes and bags and all this different kind of stuff. Like if you told me that you looked enough and old boy was just, taking out a television, a computer, all this, just things that otherwise probably would have been packed up. He's taking, it just doesn't.
Apartment as opposed to taking them in.
Yeah, it just doesn't make, it just doesn't make any sense. And then with it being New York, I would think that, especially a fucking White House, a former White House staffer, he's probably living someplace. I would think he's living someplace with a doorman,
and just
or at least someplace with a key.
Right, and just from
for the bottom door.
From his comments and saying where he already knows as a black man when you're in an all-white environment, as I said, he's cognizant of all that. That means that he already knows how that feels because being a former White House staffer, you know what I mean? Like he's already familiar with this whole thing. You know what I mean? Like he's familiar with being a black man in a white environment, and that just makes it even worse.
As a matter of fact, when the cops came to the house, he was probably like, it was Sarah, wasn't it?
It was Ethel. It was Ethel's old ass who did it. That's what it was. It was probably some. I don't know. It could have been some young. It could have been some young.
Be real.
Whatever.
Sarah. It was Sarah Huckabee Sanders, wasn't it? She called
you.
Yo, Sarah Huckabee Sanders and her smoky eye. I don't even know what her smoky eye looks like, but her smoky eye. Her smoky eye.
That was
bull. They really jumped up to defend Sarah. They really jumped up to defend Sarah Huckabee Sanders, didn't they? Oh my god. It didn't look like, I didn't listen to exactly everything that the comedian said. It did kind of look kind of sad. Like, as far as Sarah Huckabee said, I'm so sad and everything, but it's just like, bitch, nobody told you to go up a Donald Trump. Nobody told you to do that.
Your president for the second year in a row did not come here to defend you guys. He could give a shit about what happened. Right. He does not give a shit about none of this. He knows you're going to get roasted. He knows you're going to get your feelings hurt. He didn't give a shit for the second year in a row. You can't even be, you're mad at the wrong person. You're mad at the
right. Like, bitch, you could have took that smoky eye to Chili's and had an old timer with cheese and not have to get dressed up and let a comedian basically clap at you and you not be able to run up on her and like yank her hair out because she's crazy about you.
Right.
Like, you gotta sit there and grin and bear it. Nobody told you that you had to do.
Right. Apparently nobody.
Well, maybe Trump did.
In there. And the other chick in the audience, what's her name? The one who had her shoes off in the Oval Office.
Oh, Kelly, whatever her name is.
Her, looking all dumb. But it's like, you guys are mad at the wrong person. The person who you're defending is not even here to defend you. He don't give a shit about none of this. That's why you're mad, because he didn't show up again. And I felt like they should have had like two other comedians there just to fill in the space.
Yep.
Mhm. Yep. There it is.
I don't know.
Yes.
Watch a YouTube tutorial, bitch. I don't know what to tell you.
What happened?
Before Shantae sets fire to somebody else's face, which is glorious. I need to drink all the time. All the time. There's teachers who I know there's people I need you to talk to for me, like tonight. Like, just leave a message. Cherizar, go ahead and do your shout outs.
Oh, okay.
For real this time.
You said what?
For real this time.
For real this time. Okay. I don't know. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Miss Jess Wood. I missed you tonight. I really wish we could have done this tonight together. You are like one of the best friends I have out here in this Southern California weather we have. And I look forward to the next time we can do this again. As a matter of fact, we're just going to see each other again in person. Shani, shout out to you. Shantae, shout out to you. Everybody else, I don't know. Just, hey, I just want to give a shout out to the world. I'm going through some things, and I'm just getting a shout out to positive energy these days. So there's positive energy. Shout out to you. Just give it back to me. We can all grow together. And that's all I got for now. Is that good? That's all I got.
So, boiled shrimp, baked shrimp.
Shrimp gumbo.
Yeah. All that. Funny is that my brother works at Bubba Gum at Santa Miles here.
Yo, synchronicity.
Yes.
Okay, what's the hookup? What's the line I need to use for the hookup? I just went to the movies yesterday to see for the second time. And the guys who did the movies that was there the first time I went, he and I were talking while we were both standing in line to get food. And his food was $2 or $6, whatever it was. But then their discount is like, the thing is $6. The discount is $5.99.
Okay, wait. You're asking for what's the hookup to if you go to Bubblegum?
Yeah, from your brother. What's the code?
Oh, you have to. Hopefully it's one. You have to go from up there in Northern California down here to Santa Monica. And then just let me know when you're out here and we can work that out.
Okay, you saying that now.
No, I'm saying that. And if he can't give it to you, it's on me.
You saying that now.
Dead ass. I'm serious as hell.
You saying that now. You got friends all up and down. What up, Rick? What up, Patricia?
Okay. So how many people? Hold on.
What up, Casey?
We need a head count.
Right. Hold on. Let me see how many we talked about.
You better hope the kids go to college before I come down there, because we roll deep. We put the blue light out on niggas.
Blue light. I'm sick of the blue light. Oh my god. Not the blue light. Oh
okay, no, we can definitely work it out. We'll definitely work it out.
For sure.
Oh. So yeah, that's all I got. I'm just, happy to be here. Happy for the opportunity again. You guys are always a delight, and I thank you. I thank you a billion.
Worries. Shantae, go for it.
Shout out to Cherizar. Shout out to Jess. We miss you. And man, I know. Shout out to the people that are at peace with the things that they like and don't feel the need to defend those things and look like an asshole in the process. You're smart.
Are you talking about the people who like R. Kelly and Bill Cosby still?
No. But still, I'm shouting out the people that know their place, that aren't out there intentionally trying to antagonize people and hurt people. That's who I'm shouting out.
Yeah, all y'all niggas out there who know your place in the South.
Stay in your lane.
You're not out there jumping on Twitter, thinking that people should just accept your fuck shit.
Dancing in videos. Sorry, I had to.
It's okay. It's not too often that we get to hear the words fuck shit as heard on this show.
But yeah, and shout out to, obviously shout out to the people who continue to listen to our show, who rock with us, who give us money on the Patreon, who donate money, who share the show, who retweet the show, who share the show with a friend and say, hey, I like Rashani and Shantae, I like their cast, it's dope. We appreciate you. Thank you.
It's like it was a choice now. It's trending on Twitter.
What's trending?
Oh, if slavery was a choice.
Oh.
I'm actually sad. I'm not gonna get it. That actually makes me sad, because I still feel like there's a sense of trivialization about that time and the people that, the ancestors that went through that, and it's just like, I knew it was gonna do it though. I knew it was gonna, as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, this shit is gonna trend. And I know people gotta get their jokes off. And it's also sometimes you laughing to keep from crying kind of thing. So I get it. It's just it still makes me sad.
It's Single Simulcast episode 292. Y'all be good. Remember, if you need us, we're here. Never walk alone. Be strong enough to know your limitations, and be wise enough to know who you can and can't trust with your weaknesses. We'll holler at you later. Peace.
This is Single Simulcast.
Don't know by now that you slip.